Yo, says we're live. What is up? So today we're going to be working on a viewfinder in Blender and then bringing that into Unreal so that you can have a viewfinder in the game. Something I've wanted for a while. Real quick in the news, however, already tweeted these things out and Instagram storied them. That's as much time as I have to do that stuff. Apple Arcade launches. Incredible. I have the new iPad OS. I've connected my my PlayStation controller to it. It's perfect. The games are, the first batch, they're pretty cool. The one that's the most interesting, where are you? Where are you? Oceanhorn. Come on. I can't click it. Anyway, this one. Unreal Engine game. Super cool looking. Flat shaded, etc. You're gonna have to do what you can to make things work on mobile. I played this game for quite a while with my PlayStation controller on my iPad Pro. Pretty awesome. Gives me faith that Cinetracer will work well here, and that's what we're kind of working towards right now. So Apple Arcade. Next thing, let's see if the press release has gone out. I get Aries press releases because I kind of used to be a media source. So they don't have a link to it? I tweeted it though, huh? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so Airy and the American Society of Cinematographers have a new training facility right behind the ASC Clubhouse in LA for training and whatnot. I would like to visit this like now, like immediately. I'd like to go there like this month. So if I can arrange it, I'm going to be trying to go to LA like ASAP, which is tricky because I'm already planning to go visit Epic Games this month too. So it's going to be a busy month if this all happens, but there's no time like the present. So they celebrated their 100-year ASC, and then Airy has a new training facility. This is presumably it. Airy Education Center. They should have taken a picture of that sign. Who took these photos? What the fuck? Looks like a lot of classrooms. I hope there's a stage in there because they're probably going to run the master classes out of it and whatnot. I've seen the master classes have reached out branding wise, and they've been also working with Able and other kind of third-party companies to spread out the brand. So makes sense. This is the launch, presumably. Not sure. Man, I should probably live in Los Angeles, shouldn't I? There's just no reason I shouldn't be at these events. I should be going. Anyway, lots of that stuff. So Airy, Apple, these are my brands, and Unreal Engine, of course. Kind of the glue between this. I follow this person on. It's a small world, or at least I try to make it a small world. Follow this person on Instagram and YouTube. Lots of stuff, but I'm gonna hop in Blender and make a thing. Same person here. Pretty cool. This is the new stuff. It's gonna be a lot different. Well, not a lot different, but I have a different focus for a new focus. An additional focus for Cinetracer is that it needs to we need to have a version that runs extremely well on iPad OS, which is a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more leeway than Quest. If I all of a sudden I did my research and I'm like, Quest is just not it yet. It's awesome, but for what I'm doing, it's not there. I really like it. The hand tracking, all the things are pointing in the right direction. It's just can't push enough pixels. It just can't push enough pixels. I can't do it. But the iPad Pro, I have faith. Now the iPad Pro is not a cheap computer, however. Mine was ridiculously expensive. I bought the maxed iPad Pro 12. That's not cheap. What's up, Andres? How's it going, man? Probably doesn't affect you as much. I don't know what cinematographers in other countries think about the ASC. I've heard different things, but how I grew up, the ASC is a big deal, and that new training facility with Airy, that's real cool. I want to go visit that right now, but it's still not affordable, the iPad Pros, because that's what I'm targeting, especially the pencils. But I think the new iPad, this one here, has the Pencil 2, or as well. Now that pencil probably costs as much as the pencil's not inexpensive. I think it's $200 or something. But if you're doing production with it, it's easily worth it. And people oh, it's Apple, they made an expensive pencil. I'm well, guess how much a Wacom tablet Cintiq costs, okay? And the pen's just as expensive, and you have a PC Cintiq. It's it's not cheap. But my point being, how much is the iPad Pro? My iPad was $1,800. That's expensive iPad. Like you could get like a really decent gaming PC laptop for that. Okay, it's from. So I'm just the asshole who bought an expensive one. Okay, so they have $1,000 one. I just bought the 1 TB, so it was $1,800. Jesus. Mine's for work though. Let me just say that much. Like the amount of stuff that I use the iPad Pro for at this point is like when I do all these travel jobs coming up. Like this month, I might be traveling twice. I'm just bringing the iPad Pro. I'm not. Well, maybe for LA, I'll bring the Razer. The Razer's so heavy, and I use it for like an hour. It's like I could just get it all done here. Okay, so they have $1,000 version. Couple months, maybe. It might take me a couple more than a couple months to get this version ready. $1,000 iPad Pro 12-inch. Don't get the small one. 64 gigs. Ugh. It only has 64 gigs. You know how big Cinetracer for PC is? It's about that big. Ugh. I mean, the iPad version obviously cannot be like that, but I played this for a while. I'm going to make a video on it. I was going to make a video on playing this game with my PlayStation controller on the iPad Pro. I decided to sleep instead. Gotten fucking lazy. Oh, look. Yes. Yep. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this on stream, but yes. Yes, all the things are coming together. This too. It's good. It's good times. Good times for me. Alright, so I'm going to hop into Blender, make this Viewfinder. I can't believe how well Blender is working out for me. That's just good for me. It just works out great. It's gonna work out super great. I'm laying the foundation for stuff that it's gonna take a while for this to all make sense, but that's how things work. Yeah, discard. Yeah. You saw that? Are they aiming for anyone or students? They're going for everybody. Obviously, like all the LA film schools are probably gonna have a piece of it, but like anyone that wants to take master classes, they're going for everyone. Like like Area Alexa, like Able Cinetech, like pretty sure they're going to be involved with it based on, things. And it's like, they do training, like in the US, Able does training classes for ACs and DITs and bringing the unions in. And wouldn't it be great if there was like software that they could also teach like cinematography with? That would be convenient. That would be kind of cool. Someone just has to make that in Blender and Unreal Engine right now. So where's the mannequin? And then not only make it, but also create, I think, the bedrock of the virtual production backend for that too, because Airy was a big backer of the virtual production project I was part of. Met a lot of Airy people. I need to go back to LA. Where's the mannequin? What the fuck? Where'd I put the mannequin? Oh, here it is. UE4. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we need to not F up that one. I mean, it's pretty much like. I feel like a fucking spy checking my iWatch. I know it's just a watch, Apple Watch, whatever. Fucking iWatch. UE4 mannequin base. Is this it? I think this is it. We need to not. This is super dangerous to do it this way. No ortho, no. I have a lot of fucking work to do. Also a lot of traveling to do. Those things do not align. Okay, so we're gonna make a thing called Viewfinder. I just got my work-life balance down, and then a couple of things happened, and kiss that goodbye. Fuck. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We're gonna write. We're just gonna write Viewfinder 1. There's a lot of things that have to work to make this happen here. So this is basically in Academy mode. When you hold right click, it's like most video games. When you hold right click, it's aim down sights. So regardless of first person or third person, the camera zooms in a little bit and gets closer, and you just a tighter view. And then usually you bring up a sniper rifle and you're like shooting people with it. In this case, we're going to bring up a viewfinder. It's going to be like a quick camera mechanic, because the way the cameras work now are really slow. So it's not great. So this is like my video game, I guess you just say gamification of cameras, and it's going to make cameras faster all around. Which Canon machine on your desk? Oh, over there. There's a Canon 60 Mark II. Love area at the moment. If you switch to Sony, where that's cool. Sony Venice, nice. Yeah, I did some work with Sony back in the day around the F5 launch. Like, I shot some of their F5 Sony RAW content, and we shot commercials with it. Yeah, it's super solid. And also Sony, FS7 into F5 into. I mean, the first movie I AC'd on was like a Cine Alta job, so I have the Sony DNA, Cine DNA. That sounds fucking gross. I've worked with a lot of Sony cameras and Sony people like my entire career. Super solid. In New York City too, there's a lot of shows that are Sony, and they were kind of first out of the gate to have. They were early in the game to have. What are they called? 4K cameras for Netflix. So they were dominant for quite a while in New York for a lot of TV. I need to hire some programmers. Fuck. I have like two or three like initiatives that are started right now that I would like to see finished. But then for me to like have them be done, I need to travel and talk to people like face to face, etc. But at the same time, I need to be here programming them. This isn't the kind of thing you could bring on a laptop and just like, if I was making an iOS app, I just bring it on my MacBook Pro and a fucking Dropbox account and do the whole app. It doesn't quite work that way here. It's real slow to do this with with like a laptop. Really painful. So we're gonna make a viewfinder, and not a Gordon's one. What were those called? Gordon's. I have one. I think I have a couple. Gordon's viewfinder. It's been a minute. There it is. Yeah, Alan Gordon. Shout out Alan Gordon. This is optical tech right here. I have this one. We're not making this one. I mean, I should really make the Airy one, right? But the Airy one's so small. It's just like yeah, these are dope. That's cool. There's this one. I forget who makes that one. I think it's a German company. I use this one mostly. It just fits in the lens case. You don't have to get a case for it, right? And in New York, that's an issue. Like an extra case for a viewfinder, the ACs are like, you fucking asshole. Are you serious? Making them carry those up like the stairs, viewfinder. But I'm thinking more like not this Convision one. There's another like big one, the anamorphic PO one. It kind of looks like this one. Really it's a cylinder with a cylinder on it with a cylinder lens on the end. So this doesn't need too much work. But if we make it the stick, right? The little one, you're not going to see it in their hands. So we're going to go for like one of the bigger viewfinders just so people, Yeah, this one. Is it Kish? Who makes this one? That's the one I used to use for anamorphic shoots. I think, yeah, Kish. Yeah, this one. I know Kish is kind of like, I don't even know if that company's in business anymore. Who else makes these viewfinders? I know there's the iPad one. I met the developer, the Artemis developer at NAB a long time ago. But this is the one I'm talking about, big boy. It's literally a cylinder, so this shouldn't take too long. I guess it's kind of the size. That's the New York one. But when you have a big lens, it's kind of like you can't hold it, so we want these bigger ones. Who makes this one? Then we gotta stick a prime at the end of it. I might just freestyle a lens model. Okay, so yeah, this is like the simplification of cameras for Cinetracer. First for Academy iOS. Spoiler alert, and then it'll make its way into creative as well. It'll make things a lot faster too. Like this plus the director's viewfinder, it'll making shots will be like 10 times faster. It means you do 10 times as many, and they're better in the end, hopefully. Instead of like spawning the camera out and getting on, it's like we'll do it a different way. You can still do it that way, but it's be a little different. Okay. I kind of just looking at loose dimensions, so we're not gonna do that one. It's pretty much just that. And what kind of lens should we put on the end of this? Like for me, Master Primes, you know, I don't shoot enough to like really know what the meta of them are. I think these are out there a lot with the full frame, like Arri, Alexa, Mini LF plus Supremes is going to be probably fairly common, I would think. Rialto. What's the Rialto? I don't know what that is. Shot music videos on the Sony HD7. Oh yeah, with the Pro 35? Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. That was the way. That was the way. Oh yeah, what's up, Adam? Yeah, we're doing camera stuff. Oh, trust me, we're gonna be doing a lot of grip and electric. It's just today I want to get the viewfinder out there. Damn, I'm gonna be traveling soon. And I've been really stupid because I haven't done any frequent flyer miles, but I've been flying a lot. I'm just like, I'm not gonna be doing that much traveling. I was like, I'm not even gonna do frequent flyer miles, and now I'm like back on it. Potentially. Nothing like a month though. No long projects. Just short, quick ones. Quick things in and out. So I guess I'll make this. And do I need... This is that. So when you see this little box, that's the Kish. Even though these people like wrote something. Oh, this says Kish on it. Okay, so I need this picture. Real big. Look at that. Those are the two. Yeah, there's the Arri one. The little boy. And I think that you typically use this because there's like a D-squeeze in there. But I guarantee you there's not all the D-squeezes for it. Like this is just the D-squeeze for like 2x, right? But like these days, there's like all sorts of weird D-squeezes happening. So like probably don't have all the things. Okay, so we're going to go here. Viewfinder. I guess I could just say Kish. I'm not going to. I probably should. Fuck it. Okay, we're just going to say... Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a long name, though. Let's slow this down a bit. Kish, Viewfinder, boom. Now, dimensions on this. It's not a lot of... It's going to be video game scale, because it just needs to be... You need to be able to see it. Like, if you make, like, a follow focus in this game, and it's, like, the size of a real follow focus, you'll never see it. Everything needs to be, like a 1.3 scale. Except for grip equipment and things that should be at scale. Things like this... Not a huge problem if it's not to scale. And then we're just gonna quick cheesy Model A lens, which I watched an incredible YouTube video on how to model a lens in Blender. I was like, whoa. And it looks all impressive, but then it's like 2 million polygons or something. So like we can't do that. It's like, oh, like the render of the lens is so nice. But like at the end of the day, that's not helpful. I'm not gonna go find it. It's too big. So we're gonna go for like, I don't know, what's the Supreme look like? No. What are the Arri signatures? Oh, the Arri signatures are gigantic, right? Let me go get an Arri signature profile. Boom. Oh, they're huge. Those are gigantic. Oh my god. So I'll model the lens to scale, and then I'll kind of like fudge the viewfinder scale. They just kind of match. And they show the 35. I'll follow Arri very closely. The Arri 30, this thing is everywhere in the marketing. I think it's probably like the standard size. Like Master Primes are like all the same size and common front, except for the wide ones in the telephotos. And I think the 35 probably, I'm guessing like things like wider than that get longer, get bigger. Well, isn't that that's a render? That's why I'm assuming. Not the link. No, not the link. Save, open image, new tab. Save image as. I have had ambition. This is made by. This is an Arri Zeiss, right? This is. I'm guessing. Maybe not. Maybe they make their own optics. I don't know. These are signature primes. I've always had ambitions to have every single lens modeled out and like all the distortions mapped and all of that, and that's just like a tremendous amount of work. But I think that Cinetracer and the spin-off products of Cinetracer, this is like enough. You know, there's enough of a market behind it to possibly get to that level of execution. Will be fun. So I need like just a dimension. That's it. I just need like one dimension on this lens. Like length. Length is questionable though. Where do you measure length from? Is it from the back of the PL or the front? It's the front. usually. Oh, the front diameter, and that you can't trust the front diameter either. That's inner. So I mean, we could get close enough, but like, what's the length? Or the we could probably go front diameter is 114. Just call this 114. Probably come out fine. Wait, max dimensions. Okay, it's by 178. But where do you measure the 178 from? Matt Duclos and I have had that conversation. He knows, obviously. Matt Duclos, the only other person in the world that I know that 3D scans lenses. I've done a couple. Let's do 115 up and down on this front boy here. Okay, that's enough. Let's get into it. So, blender. That's how am I adding a bone? What are we in? This is like, there we go. Okay, get out of this shit. There's a lot that needs to get made, but technically it's one pose with an offset, the lens and the viewfinder. Make sure the socket matches, and I should be able to put this together relatively quickly because I have already done this for the handheld camera. I never finished the handheld camera. It was like a prototype, just like this will be, but yeah. That took a long time the first time I made that. So I'm going to hop into an image ref. Okay. Good. There they are. This. It's tiny. Or he's huge. Or that's tiny. Doesn't feel good. This file, yeah. Okay, so how do I get to the stuff? This? Oh, it's small, right? That's what's going on. I mean, I guess I don't know the size, so we'll build another one. I actually really like how they do references in this now, much better than cinemas. Which is cool. That's good, because I'm going to be here a lot. I'm going to go get the signature prime profile. You're probably facing the wrong way. Uh-oh, that didn't work, huh? What happened? None type. Didn't like it. That's not good. Let's switch you out for now to the airy one. Ari. I think it's because I saved it weird. Let me go check that out. Like, when you save off the internet, sometimes things get funny. Here it is. Like, it may not actually be like a .jpeg. Oh, it sure is. Okay, well, let's bring it into... Oh, you can't do that. Okay, let's open up Photoshop. Which... I need to do this. I think we're okay with that. Yeah, the Pro 35. Are they necessary? What, viewfinders? No, definitely not. Very big. I should look at chat more often. Okay, we're okay here. That's right. That's right. Because I do most of my like business on my iMac, so like don't want to like flip up to like my credit card scanned or something like that. Okay, so let's see. Let's just resave this and just chill out this name quite a bit. Ari Lens, because yeah, that's where we're at. In quality to rush. That's where we're in. That name kind of illustrates where we're at. It's good. It's the fire though. I got a little bit chill there for a minute, which I needed. But now I have fuck. What? No attribute data locate. This happened last time too, where I couldn't load in two of them. Delete this. We're in a save, right? Save as. Okay, thank God. So I'm about to save. We're in object mode. Cool. I was just saying I liked this because you can have multiple open, but it doesn't like this. It doesn't like this picture. Wow. Okay, so let's try the. Nah, this is not fun. How about this one? It likes this one for some reason. No, now it's just. How did I fix this last time? Okay, I saw someone else do this too, an empty. And then somehow you can put an image on an empty. I don't know how they did this. Yeah, I don't know how. Someone I was following was using empties instead of those reference images, and now it's like in a crashy place. I had this before. We had this where it was like, oh, do I have to select a collection like this? Let me make a new one. New. Do I have to select this collection first? Reference. Get in there. Okay, that one worked. How about if I switch this image now to don't you error? Oh, thank goodness. Boop. There's a lens. Okay, so literally a cylinder with a lot of extrusions, and we're gonna do the low poly. I watched this whole it's like 40. It was like an hour, I think. It was like a full hour of how to model this thing like perfectly. Like if you wanted to look like that lens in the end, we could do that. But on the iPad, that's all you could load was just that lens. Then you couldn't load anything else, so not helpful. And as Moore's law hits us in the face in the next like 20 years, it becomes about software optimization just in time for AI and machine learning to save our asses, because hardware is not going to get faster. Eventually, we don't have our infinite. That's not how we're gonna do this. Hold on one second. Hey, okay, so I have to do the. You have to do the parametric stuff up front. I will do 32. 64 is a little cleaner, but 32 is okay. So the radius is 114. So it's 114 divided by 2. I'm going to call this out because that's meters. 0.57 meters. That's not right. That must be millimeters. 104 millimeters divided by 2. There we go. That's what it is. Yeah, it's not 114 centimeters, is it now? Okay. That's cool. Like 0.2. Oh, that's close. That's close. Okay, so that's our parametric for now. RX90. I should probably model this on the thing right there. So that's collections out of here. So we'll get this to be the right size. We'll go to Z4. Z4 is not working. Okay, does this have... We crashed? What's going on here? I think Blender's catching up or something. I don't know what's going on. Am I like in an action? No, there it goes. Okay. Okay, does Z4 work now? There it goes. Something was funny. So this thing, use alpha, that's scale. There we go. Okay, so we got to just make this big dimension there about that. Good enough. And I'm gonna call it. Wow, I like nailed the length of this lens. Right, look at that. Except we don't model the PL. I guess I will model the PL. Strapping like digi optics on this later is something I've been doing for about 5 years, and it's still not perfectly. I don't have a real solution for it yet because of how I've been informed that you don't say entrance pupil anymore. It's optical center, because the optical center is quite a wily beast. In here, like where the virtual lens actually exists, is this very complicated formula plus mapping, and different for every model of the lens. Not type of lens. Every single manufactured lens is different. So that's a clusterfuck. So I guess I'll give this a little. Who am I moving here? We should move the ref picture, not the model, because the model's right in the center. That plus a little bit of a point. Oh, it's 0.274. How about 0.278? That was the wrong direction. 0.27. That's pretty fucking close. We'll just take that. Okay, so we're gonna do a. Oh. I'm not gonna do this like little rubbery socket part. I guess that there's nothing probably rubber on the back of that PL. Because I should model one PL and one PL mount. Though they're different sizes, aren't they? That's a large PL or something now. Okay, we're just gonna make this one lens. I'm not gonna try to standardize anything right now, but eventually we are. Especially because there's this Apple Arcade game called like you play like a handy woman, someone who like fixes things. I was gonna say handy man, but you play as a woman, and you fix things, and then you like click on parts and you like assemble stuff, and like I was like, That's really cool. I think that's gonna be one of our mini games. So we're gonna do this. Oh my god, what did I do? Alright, okay, let's off, turn back on. There, turn back on. Yeah, hitting 1 is tragic. You can't do that. You gotta select this thing first. Okay, can I I need to like lock selection on this thing. I'm sure that's possible. So into the edit mode, yeah. GY. I gotta remember the precision here doesn't really matter at all. It really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna hop out here. Okay. The old dot. Is there a face there already? Probably is, right? This is a face, right? We're gonna delete that. We're gonna work on these edges, which is 2, alt click to get the loop. Back to here, and we're gonna extrude, but undo. We're gonna ES, I think is the move. Ooh, that doesn't feel right. Sensitive. Okay, we'll just do a little bit like that, and then E. That was W, E on Y. Then ES, a little smaller. I cannot tell how small we've made it. E on Y, not small enough. It's fine. Now, how much am I gonna really care about these teeth? You can math out the dimensions of these because the tooth is known on cinema lenses. It's like .32, I think, on the teeth of a tooth of a lens. But I'm not gonna do that. We gain nothing yet by having like an uber detailed. If anything, we just lose performance every time there's like a lens in the scene. So this is a circle, so I can just scale like this. But then I've lost that being perfect. That's okay. So then this one, E on Y. What am I gonna do for those? I'm just gonna model them out. I'll just model them out. That'll be fine. E, on Y. That's fine. EY. That's, well, if I ever see, this is like how I've approached all of Cinetrace. I was like, it's not the final, and then sure as hell is the final. That's exactly what goes out. But there's room to texture that if I ever get to that point of finish. This, am I gonna really bevel this edge? I guess I could. E on Y to here, scale it. Oh, sensitive. And then E on Y, EY, S, ES, can't tell where it actually is, and then E on Y. So this ends the actual lens body, and then it's a peel mount, which we will make. And it's real low poly. It's actually not that low. I mean, it's not that low poly, but there's a possible mode in the game. I'm basically gonna I'm basically gonna do a mashup of 2 Apple Arcade games that came out for this. It's gonna be that one UE4 game and then that one building game. So it's gonna be like half third person running around like Cinetracer is, and then half like you click and you're assembling things. Like should be cool. I'd play that. So this peel mount, am I gonna make it a different object, or I'm not doing Boolean, so I'm not gonna put like a solidify modifier on this. And the peel mount, will you see it in the way that I'm using it right now? You will not see the back, so I'm not gonna make it. Is that a mistake? Like long term, like there kind of is no long term. I mean there is, but now I'll come back and do it for real if I have to. So it's I don't know what the front of this lens looks like, nor does it really matter. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna guess it's something like this. Then E on Y, take it back a bit, and then a front element. That's it. We're not gonna actually model out the optics like some people do. It's cool. You could like get the refractions right, but it doesn't really help you in the end. I'm not even. Should I even like poke curve this? I think I could do a grid fill. Would work pretty well, and then scale it. I could scale it from like an off-center place. So let me do something real quick. Let me get into... Yeah, what is this for? You know what? I'm not good at it. We gotta get this done. That's the important part. Because I started late and I don't know how long I'm gonna go. So, damn, Alt C, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that's a lens. That is a lens. And then I guess technically I'll just take this poly loop here. I'm in object mode. No, yeah, so this, nope. This and this ring, and I'll just give them an extrude normal. Where are you though? Blender? There it is. Not that way though. I'll do it from here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's a lens. That's a crappy lens. It's just a scale. It's just like a scaled cylinder. Just has to like kind of like evoke the right scale when you see it. So then now the next thing is, man, how did we solo this? That's the weirdest hotkey. Save. So now we need to go get this. Where are you? Where is that thing? How come I can't see it? I just soloed. There, now I'm unsoloed. Okay, so we need to, I wanted 2 image planes, but that kind of broke it. So how about I just switch this one now and just kind of roughly scale it to what it should be. I'm just going to switch it because I don't think it can handle having 2 out there, which was, I was about to say, I was like, that's great in Blender, you can just have 2 image planes, but no, I don't trust it. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. Saving. What's up, RJD? What's up, Brianville? I'm making a viewfinder. Big chunky viewfinder that assistants hate carrying around. So, get big on them. And we might scale this whole thing up to be a little cartoony, but that's just, you know, so that you can see it. It's something like that. And now this is probably the old, this PL mount is like a big ass PL mount because it's the full frame lens, but we'll just do that. That's fine. Yeah, so let's just model this bit. Name this thing lens. Save again. And let's do it. Blender. Blender time. RX90. And then I stare at my keyboard and how, because there's no gizmo, I'm like, but then how do you move things again? That's cool. Let's go ahead and delete thy faces here. These things. Yep. Goodbye. Faces. Let's treat this thing as verts and scale it down. Get back to here. Oh, it's wait. Oh no, I put this into the same object. That's no good. So, is it P? Yeah, it is. By selection. Boom. Okay, fucking pro. Hey, but now I can't see my other lens. That's now I can't see the lens. Guess that's okay. Edit. There. Wait, is this still this? It is. That didn't work. Okay, not pro. What happened? This. They're different. How come you? No, still not that good. Scale her down. So to about there, and then GY, and we'll build this thing out. Yep. GY to there. What is going on here? Oh, I'm not centered. I am not centered. So let me grab this thing. Is this the position? It is. Okay, that's pretty good actually. Centered's about here. Yeah, okay. And continuing. This thing. Oh no. How do you not do that? If you hit 1, it like turns collection 1 on and turns the rest off. That's a severe penalty for not hitting tab first. Oh, we want to go to edges. Man, I suck at this still. Okay, and the extrude train begins. But not that one. ES, bigger, EY. Oh fuck, ES, I can't tell. EY, sure, ES, Just eyeballing that shit. EY. Oh, that's way off. We'll try that again. ES. There's probably a view where I can see that. Oh, nailed it though. ES, just blind. EY. Yeah. I don't need to see anything. Add a little spice to the 3D modeling process, just make it random. Let's not do that. I'll take it. So slow. EY. I can't really tell what's going on there, but whatever. This. EY. S down. No. Oh fuck. Selected everything. Don't do that though. Oh no. Can I can undo selections, okay. S. And so yeah, then it's just a tube with a box. That's a little switcher flipper which must pull out an optical element up and down or spins it or something. I don't know how they're getting it out of the way. EY. I will take this back. There we go. And a little bit of GY. EY. Scale it. EY again. ES just a tiny bit down. EY. About here. EYS. That's not probably what we want. I'm gonna undo that. Damn it. Y. ES. Y. I like all these little shapes give it scale. Otherwise it's like you're just holding a cylinder. Y. I'm so slow. That was unneeded. ES, that's what it is. Okay. EY. Something about here. ES bigger. EY across. EY. This one just a bevel basically. EY straight across. I guess I'll maybe do that detail. Even if we just break up the roughnesses of the plastic, it'll make it look cooler. And then this little thing probably deserves its own. Nah, it doesn't. We'll just do it right here. ES there. Nope. I could probably. Oh, I could just do this. This is probably fine too. EY. EY again. Scale it up. That doesn't look right. Like we're not centered or something. Or this is just not a centered thing. So I will give it like a little bit of the big. We're not gonna get into subdiv stuff that you would have to do normally to get this to look good. Nope. Undo. To about here. EY to here. We're gonna have to get to some hand modeling in a second. EYS. But it didn't do it. Oh, that's because I scaled it on Y. Damn it. EY. ES. GY. Then we'll just have to like kind of slant this thing at the end. EYS. And then I'll just give it like a flat end. I'll just rotate this real quick at the end of it. I'm not gonna get too precious with it. Though, how are you gonna look through this thing? I don't know. This is what I gotta figure out today, is like how to actually make this work in Unreal Engine after. It's one thing to model it. G. Yeah, good enough. That's fine. Okay, there's a viewfinder. Oh, we gotta make the handle real quick. And probably, I don't know how I'm gonna close the end of this. I guess I'll just, for now, I'll just extrude it in. 2, Alt, click. Can I, it's just E, right? No. ES. There it is. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll find out. So, this is probably a box. This is just a box, flat part, box, cylinder. I'm pretty sure. This doesn't need to be overly engineered in that capacity. I will make it a different, I'll make it a different part for now. So we're in object mode now. Oh, you know I'm putting my branding on there. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make well, we'll see. I'm gonna make like a fake manufacturer that like everything's made from in the game to start until we actually do like our first official like manufacturer collab, which will happen soon enough, but hasn't. Just don't have time. People want to do it, I just haven't had. Just not ready. Oh god, damn it. So tab 1, there it is. Okay. G Y. GZ. I'm not even gonna make that little thing down there. And then from this angle, it's probably tiny. Like, so it's like SX, it's probably like this. If not smaller. Well, actually I should sort that now. Let me look at this thing without. Yeah, so it's gonna be like SX, like that. Yeah. It's gonna be cool. Wait, what's that? Oh, I gotta extrude that in. Okay, that's fine. I kind of don't even want to make this like whole. I just want it because I don't know. I'm short on time to make this work today. I'm just gonna make it another box. So Shift D. This is where Shift D really works. Like that works great when you're in ortho. Same with just G in general. No, I hit 1. No, I like want to change. I want to unbind those collection things. Because then if you're not actually selecting it. Yeah, anyway, so GY. So I'm just gonna make that a box. Kind of do want to model that out, but I'm not gonna. I'm just Shift D again. So this, oops. Okay, so this is tilted. So this is really a cylinder with a box on the top, and this is like one of those, I don't know, like a rosette type of things. I guess I will model this out nicely. Let's make this handle first. So it's gonna be kind of a wonky modeling process, but again, this is just a cylinder. So we're not gonna do any bevels on it. So I'm just gonna cheese model it. That should be fine. So get a cylinder out here. Yeah, we'll go to 16 on this one. 16 is my minimum now. I'm not doing any more, unless it's, well, this is a pickup. You might see this thing up close, so we're gonna stick to 16 at the lowest. When it's like the C stands, those can get away with 8 pretty confidently. Gonna eyeball it. It's about there-ish. So how do I want to do this? Should I just like, I'm gonna, I know there's probably computer tools to do that, but that works too for me. Nope. Undo, SZ. It's getting there. Done. Done. Fucking done. So, how to end this mesh though? It's actually open-ended, it doesn't really matter, so I'm gonna delete this face out of here. X, face. Save. We are making this thing. Blender can handle many ref images at once. Yeah, it could, but I have it recorded on the stream. It was like failing to do that, so I just didn't. But yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like when I was doing it, I was like, Blender's really cool because you can have multiple refs, which you can't, and you can't really in other programs unless you bring them in as planes. But but it crashed every time. Not crashed, but it was just throwing red at me every time I tried to do it. This thing, what are we looking at down here? Bevel in a little bit, and then I guess I can do it. It's better to do it from here. Oh my god, these headphones. Okay, so we're gonna do ES a little bit. Then what happens? Goes up. EZ. Not much, probably not even that much, doesn't matter. And then yeah, then it just comes up and finishes after that. So then we're gonna go EZ up, scale in. Does it go up after that? Yeah, a little bit, and that'll end it out. That's fine. EC. Intersects with the cube, and then that rotates over that. So I guess within this object, I mean, no, they're different materials, so I'll still make another one. But not, you know what, I'm gonna add it in this one because I'm still not comfortable with like grouping and making nulls. I guess it's not that hard, but I'm just gonna make the object in this object like this cube, because now they're one object when I move them around, so it'll be a little easier for my for me. One cheesy like that. Then S scale on Y. Gotta start over here. I can't see the reference. It is, oh, it's not centered first of all, and it's about a little over to aligned with that, so it's not evenly scaled. So we're gonna do GY, so it's a little bit over, and then to about here. GZ to about there, and this edge is like super beveled out. Oh, that's not good. Oops. So it's probably just the full width of this. I don't know if we lost center, but so this is going to be S on X. That's about right. And then this back edge is beveled. I mean, the whole thing is beveled, but we're not going for that detail today. Control B. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than that. There, handle. So that's gonna go, feels a little bit big, but that's good. That's good for what we're making. We don't want this thing to be small, or else you won't see it. In a third person game, if it's not a shotgun, it's very small. Been playing a lot of Borderlands, but that is third person. So I am gonna make this detail. Should I just model this whole thing out? So this is just a flat platform with some extrudes and then extrude down. I'll just model it out of this. Okay, so we have this, undo, get rid of that selection. Okay, let's do this somewhat the right way. So let's take it to there. Tab 1, these things, GZ, bring it down. So this, I don't know if they're flat across or they're like KG grabbers. I'm not sure. So let's do Control R, click, right click, Control B, extrude up from there. This piece happens here, so Control R and slide over. So we'll extrude down from this piece. It's gonna be a little messy. What's the cleaner way to get that done? We're just gonna do it. That's how. This E is not normal. Okay, Z, done. I'm just gonna do that. And then this needs, this will be skinnier or this will get wider. And we'll pull out what I'm assuming are like ears. So we need to come onto this side. Control R, right click, Control B. That doesn't feel, well, I guess it's making the edges so it just came out. So it'll probably be like this, but then I'll scale this whole thing a little bit bigger. This is a symmetrical object. I should basically do a mirror modifier on it, which I guess I'm gonna do. Okay, so we'll just cut it right down. Oh no, undo. Just cut it right down the middle, right click, and we will delete all this, everything. Just delete it all, and then drop a modifier on this. Modify mirror on X. It didn't do it. This happened last time too. Do you have to apply that in object mode or something? Like this happened to me yesterday where I like couldn't apply the mirror. It wasn't working. Is there a face there? There's no face here, right? Like, oh god damn it. I'm gonna unbind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, changing the collection visibility. That is not helpful. And I think we are, oh, we're not done with the ref. So tab into this. There's no, oh, is there a face here? 3? I can't tell. So this cube in object mode, say we want this to have a mirror modifier. There it goes. Yeah, maybe you have to be in object mode. Fine. Okay, then we want to come back to here. And do I have the edge to cut this already? I do. It's going to be a wonky bevel though, because it has this edge already in it. But let's just see how bad this goes. This comes down and then we just bevel the sides, which I guess if it's this, it's not so bad. I mean, it's not great because I want to bevel more than that edge. I think I could just delete the edges off of this and have it be like a wonky gun, an end gun. I'm not that comfortable with doing this, but dissolving that edge. Dissolve edge. I saw someone do this, and I guess because we're not deforming it, it's gonna be okay. But I don't usually like doing that. But we're not doing subdiv, so should be reasonable. Control B. Best part of the program is scroll while you do this. Oh, but not like that. Okay, so we're gonna need to. Let's look at this. I'm gonna take this here, and we're gonna solo it. Oh, we got real funny shit going on there. What is that? This is like mirrored. That shouldn't happen. It's mirrored though. Oh, did I break it? Would that mirror modify by deleting those? Did I delete like other edges by accident? I don't think so. E. Fucking nailed that shit. Now it's already looking kind of jacked over there. I don't know what happens. I should be able to just dissolve these edges and then bevel those, and then should be clean-ish. To you. Oh, there's a bottom one. I mean, I should still technically be able to leave that too. But so dissolve those edges, and I'm gonna apply everything. Oh God, these hotkeys—they're so not helpful. These, and then they should bevel not crazy. Yeah, good. Okay, that's fine. Let's get out of this. GoPro Hero 8 just got announced. Huh. I have never owned a GoPro in my life. I get them. They're kind of cool, but I don't currently have a use for them. There. Is beautiful. I think this handle box is a little bit large is what's going on. This, you're too big. In all the wrong ways. Oh, that hotkey with that is so bad. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. If anything, when I hit 1, I want you to switch me into edit mode. And then just pick vertices is what I would want that hotkey to do. Which I can do that. I can make that happen for myself. Edit, object, edit, edit. There it is, 1. Okay. You, and you. S on X, I think, yeah. And I'll scale that out a little bit. Or I'll just have them intersect like this. It would also probably be fine. And then I'll take, that seems normal, like mechanical engineering wise. And then I'll take, now I have the wrong object selected clearly. So this in object. Why? What's going on? I can't select objects in this. Okay, so if I hit tab, did I model you as the same object somehow? Fuck. No, go away. Oh, we missed some. Now, how's that intersection up here feeling? Am I missing something up there? How's this? I'll just have it go up until it's okay. So let me alt see this. You know, for how close you'll see this object, that's probably fine already, but we'll just go up. Fixed it. Now, this is like got a lot of front room on it. And then you put like a screw there, a little bolt or something, but I don't think we can leave that out. It's a viewfinder. We've done it. I like it. Looks great. Okay, goodbye, image plane. I guess we'll just hide it for now. This thing, H. So let's apply this and see how bad this comes. This doesn't always work very well. Apply. See, like that's some shit feels crazy. Actually, it seems okay. Let's do a merge by distance of this object. Got to be here to get everything. So we're looking at 126 verts. And if I do merge by distance, did it do it? I don't know if that did it. I think we didn't lose any, so it was manifold. We're clean. Except I think there's a face in there. That's what happens, right? There's like a face. Hard to see it. I think there's a face at the merge line. But maybe not today. There was before. In this case, we'll get an error on import, but it won't break anything, and then the shader should be okay too. But that's a thing right there. So let's check this out in shaded. Okay, so let's get the smooth going on this. How come this one is? Oh, we're in object mode. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, let's just clean this one up here. So this has an edge on it. Alt, just ES that to the intersection. Yeah, I'm not sure how you're gonna see through this exactly in Unreal. And we're a third-person game. I have no idea how this is gonna work actually. But we made the viewfinder, so that's the first part. And it should be to scale with the human that's in this scene with us. So let's just drop some, let's get some names on this stuff and then get the shading stuff done to the smoothing. Okay, so. It's my least confident thing in this program is just selecting things. I have like no idea when I have something selected. Lens, that's accurate. This is Viewfinder part 1. This is... yeah, it's up there. Viewfinder part 2. I could use like a bevel. Viewfinder part 2. 3. Spelled this one wrong. 2, 3, 3, 4. Handle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's gloriously low poly. But it smooths itself out once we do this. So we're gonna you select it. Okay, smooth. Then we go to vertex groups. Where's the normals? Normals. Where's the normals? I lost the thing. Is it this? There it is. Normals. Where'd you go? F. Where the no? Face maps? Where are normals for this object? Is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's the only open one. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Good. Next. Right click smooth. Are you actually selected? You weren't. I don't understand. Selecting things is still, I just still don't get it. Like why? I'm sure there's something I just need to watch like someone. I've watched all the tutorials so far, like all of them. What does the blue one mean, and why is it orange? Orange is like actually selected. What's this blue highlight thing? Like I don't get it. Smooth that. This till here. Cool. This one needs it too. Okay, so that should wrap it up. This matte cap is just all sorts of not helpful. That's better. Smooth this. Oh no. There we go. It's about 30 for all of them. Yeah, so that's a video game style versus subdiv modeling. I mean, there's a lot more you could do to make this look right, but that's a viewfinder. Hooray! So this sure as hell needs an empty. Okay, so the pivot is what matters, as this is an Unreal Engine asset, right? So it comes in as eventually a skeletal mesh if there's any animations on it, like if you like fold it up and like holster it. But for now it's just going to appear in your hand. I'm not going to go through all that work yet. But the question is where. I mean, the obvious answer is probably, should I skeletal mesh this right now? It's basically just like 2 bones, a root bone, and then this handle has like an offset on it. So they kind of show it at resting position here. So I modeled these together, right? Where is the part 4? Part 4, there it is. How come you, oh, it's an underscore. collections, you can change the order of sub-objects in collections. It's alphabetical, unless that can be changed somewhere. So this thing by default is like rotated like forward, because then you hold it like this. You hold it like that, and it's like we could do the trigonometry of like your elbow, how much your elbow's bent to how much this counter bends, and then it's like this. It's like straight like this. And then you hold the lens, like that's the whole thing. It's like we want this pose out of it, like that. So I just call it like a 45 to be honest. Like, so where's your origin? So we're gonna do some. I think I could shift right click. Yeah, because in this case the precision, I mean technically should rotate from about there. We don't have any geometry kind of holding that down at the moment, like no bolt modeled out, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. Then I'll right click this and do origin to cursor. Send the cursor back home, which is Shift S, 1. Then I can rotate this R on X, say 45, negative 45. That's too much. So I'll just eyeball it. Undo. We'll do R, that's F, damn it, RX. Whatever. It needs to be a finite number though, or else I'm just be guessing math all day. Negative 20. And negative 20. That feels about right. So now I need to figure out where the hand. It's probably center. It's just right on the body like that, and we'll just place that by hand. So do I need an empty? How's this gonna work? We're not ready for the dude yet. So let's put it right there, and I am gonna use an empty. That one? I don't know. Where'd it go? Did I actually make it, or did I not make it? Is it huge? Is it small? Where'd it go? Is this it? Okay. Am I in solo mode or something? Where did the axes go that I just made? Where's this empty? Add empty. Did it do it? Is it? Oh God, help me if I added it to like the wrong collection. What happened to it? Let's add another empty. How about a arrows? Are they invisible in the view or something? Where the hell is it? There it is at least. Is it tiny? Or is it... Oh, that one's tiny. 1. Ah, okay. 0.1. 0.25. That's a good number. Stay. Be that. So I'm going to call this Viewfinder... Well, without that. So if I take all these things, which again, and then shift under there, did they all go? They didn't. Only the last one went. That's so weird. Get the fuck in there. Well, we'll just do them one by one. That's fun. Sure. So then if I sub-move these objects here, I can essentially put the pivot there, like that. Oh, that's gonna be weird though. Like, well, we'll sort this now. What the mannequin pose needs to be to kind of like sort that out. But that's the pivot. It's a little awkward because nah, we can't do this. This isn't gonna work because there's unless I rotate the pivot or I give it an offset. I feel like they had, well, I'm gonna do it like this. We'll see how it goes, because that's kind of like the target. That's like where I know it's gonna want to be. I'm gonna name this collection Viewfinder in case just someday I end up merging this or appending it. Okay, so let's start fitting this into the dude's hand. It's a good time to save as, I feel like, as well. Viewfinder 2. Okay, so far we haven't corrupted the whole file. This is good. Good shit. Okay. Boop! right into the old eye. And we're gonna do like here. Yeah. It would be good to have the actual model of the guy and not the mannequin, but I'm not gonna do that. So this is going to be a layer blend per bone at spine 1, so we don't have any control over what's going on down there. We take it from like the upper body basically. So it's kind of like this guy, but like his default pose isn't left foot forward. It's just like straight box. Feet are equal, so it's kind of be like awkwardly like this, but it's okay. Like, so it's kind of like, I mean, you would kind of lean back on, you would lean back to get your hands in alignment. It's easier if you go like that. It's your right shoulder coming back. So I don't know where spine 1 is gonna affect. Like, this might break if I do this wrong, but we saved, right? Let's save again. This is like where we're gonna start posing. Things go wrong from here for sure. Also, me remembering how to get this thing back into Unreal Engine. I don't know. I forget. Also, posing this thing took a second for me to remember how you actually. This is the mesh. Would have been good to name these. Maybe I should have. So I think I click this. Go into no. Oh no. Edit. Nope. Nope. See, I don't know. This? I don't know. I just start clicking until eventually I can select these handles, and I don't remember how you do it. Object mode. I mean, that's the armature, and there's animation. Oh god. Pose? Is it this? Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it. Wah, 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 wah. That's my guess. So I'm gonna give this just a little bit of. How many spine controls do we have in this dude? Oh, weird. So like his upper. This is like his shoulder one. We'll see. So we'll just do like the tiniest bit on Z. And then this one. RZ. A little bit. And then the head counters both of those, which I wish I had kind of like written down how much I just did that, but it's okay. I guess I could look. That was, oh, does it not say? Oh, that was 7 and, oh, no, don't be in quaternion. Let's go back to XYZ Euler, XYZ Euler. Yeah, thank you. But it still doesn't have them written. I'll just have to eyeball the whole thing. Well, let's get the old, wait, so it's like, given that that's so far, oh, no, it's one of these guys. This is the little viewfinder, this is the big one, so it's like out here. Okay, so like the real has to happen is this hand here. So let's do it in ortho first. Doesn't help. Where's your hand? So we're gonna do G, to here. Perfect. Okay, I've got a lot of dancing to make that work. Okay, this view is I can't handle this. Nor that. Okay, well, I need gizmos for this part. I can't do this with like Blender controls. So the rotation is way off. Is there a reset rotation thing? I'm not seeing rotations up here. It makes me very uncomfortable that I don't have that. Because like you need to have like, oh Jesus, what are these layers? Oh no, I don't know any. Oh, rest position. Like usually you could like reset the wrist to like its normal position, its bind pose, so that you kind of like go back to normal position before you start breaking everything. Oh, and I'm in like I'm global moving this stuff. Ooh, okay, so this local. This has been not good so far. That's reasonable. Oh no. And then I'm hitting W won't do. Oh no. Well, actually, that's working out okay. That little nudge, that worked out great. Gonna have to close the fingers now. But let's just start with that. Okay, so his shoulder's in like crazy world. Or his elbow. His elbow's in him. It's not comfortable. That's a popped shoulder. You broke your Barbie doll doing that. And that's because it's like it needs to be down. And it needs to be less in the middle of his body, for sure. So it needs to be down here. And then that means that this hand target oh no, this one, you just can't be that far in. It needs to be like that. So it means we need to kind of get his head around there. We also need to consider the third person blueprint is about here-ish. So we do want to like cheese it so you can see that it's there. I don't know how this is gonna work. You kind of end up in first person, I guess, in this. We'll get it. We shall get it. What do you think about SpeedFlow add-on for Blender? I haven't used it. Is that that's like a hard surface modeling Boolean situation? I've seen a couple out there. There's SpeedFlow and there's, I forget what it's called, like Finesse or something like that. I watched a couple people using it. It's a tricky one without the actual model of the character because like his elbow just quickly goes like crazy. So it's like, oh, it's one of these guys. So it's like this, yeah. And we probably could have gotten away with more rotation on the handle. We still could. And let's see if we can get the other hand just like in the right world because we're still like in a really odd, uncomfortable pose. This is where like just like basic mocap would be very helpful for me, which oh, actually, no, I don't have that yet. I have tools that aren't in Cinetracer to like get away with some like kind of like low budget mocap, but I haven't set them up yet. This is that case. Just like getting to that, just like a basic pose would be kind of cool. Oh, yeah, that's painful. Look at all these unhelpful. We're probably gonna have to turn off the old bone axes at this point. They're not helpful anymore. This is why I want to be like reset wrist pose, but I'm way too scared to click that rest position button. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. That's how you find out though. Hey, that worked out. Is that because we're on local rotation that was fine? Probably. This is a tricky pose. This one's like, it's because you have to use the wrist twist bone and the hand's kind of like that. Kind of like holding someone's chin or something. I don't know. So I need the gizmos. Because the gizmo illustrates the local axis as well as gives you something to interact with. It's not just so it's like elbow out, wrist goes in. It's not just for the movement. And man, do I want to hit W to switch to the move gizmo. It does not work like that. And so the elbow is pointing kind of like towards the waist. So it's kind of pointing towards like here. But not quite like that. Something around there. Oh no. This guy is going to be more, oh, we're on the local axis, that's why. So we're like a little bit like this. This is a weird pose. He's pulling focus the bad way. Let's go ahead and take this. Now, like on the mannequin, I can't tell if I'm like twisting the mesh like out of, like disastrously. So we'll only know that once we bring it in and apply this skeleton pose to the dude. But that's getting towards it. That's getting towards it. My God, all these bone locals. Now I'm fighting these real hard. So let's go into, oh my God. Let's go to global for a second. There it is. So it's kind of like the focus ring is here. And now I regret how close this is all together.
It's a hamster.
Oh, cool. What you watching? Oh, it's a hamster and some Duplos. That's cool. I think that hamster's name is Sunny. That's good. Good job. I'll see you in a little bit. So this one, a non-helpful view. Yeah, his hands are like so close together now. It's a little bit muddied, like what the hell's going on? Oh, and I was gonna move well, in either case, one of the hands is gonna be in like a really weird place. Do that. I just want to straighten that out. There's a twist bone in here. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use the forearm twist in this program. I know how to use it in Maya. I don't know how to use it here. Yeah. Oh no, did I just like move something global? Let me go back. Like that. That's like generally it. Like generally. Not perfect. I think this just needs a little bit of a, Oh god, no. No, no. This, and we're back in global, so let's go back to local, and we'll grab like this here. Yeah, it's a little bit more like that. The hands are, because the fingers, I guess I'll try to curve the fingers while we're here. Okay, we're gonna need to turn off these local bone axes. This is getting crazy. That's probably like here. Right, viewport gizmos, nope. Nope. Is it on the skeleton? If I get rid of that? They made these bones, they're not curves. Okay, I'll just leave them. I forgot how you do it. So I'm just gonna curve these fingers in real quick. This should be as easy as that. I need like more control than that. But we'll just kind of, wow, this is confusing. I'm just gonna curl them in a little bit. They're not like perfect. I need control over them a little bit better than that. That's okay. I mean, that's fine. That's okay. Except for this one. Whoa. Staring. Yeah. Where is your control even? I have no idea at this point. Is it this one?
Can I say a question?
Sure.
I kind of want to get a haircut at the salon today.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to come, right?
I could.
You better think you can do it alone. I feel like it's gonna be hard to.
Just gotta grab him. Gotta grab him.
He wants to play Minecraft with them right now, so maybe I'll do that for a little bit.
How are you gonna do that? We don't have that set up.
He showed me where it is on my computer.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. I'm not gonna do this all day. Probably.
Make an appointment at like 1. You can go over.
1? That's a little tight. I don't think so. I don't think I can do 1.
2. 3. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really want to do that today. You can though, for sure. Okay, this second hand's all sorts of funny. I don't think you're gonna see it that close though. How do I get out of this? Okay, let's see the chaos we've wrought. Oh, jeez. Can I click A? There it is. So I'm gonna put this at 30, and we're gonna key all of these. Which is it I? It is. Okay, I. I'm gonna key them all. We're gonna key the whole transform, and then we have to have like neutral. What is neutral for this dude? I think his arms are basically down. He's basically like a folded A pose, and then like comes up. Gotta have that in him, and the putting it away, I'll just blend back to whatever the current pose is. So that should be keyed. Let's take a. Now I have no. There's almost no way that lines up with like the actual character's eye, but let's go try the rig. How bad is that? That looks fucking. That was pretty dope. That's not, the hand. This hand's a little crazy, but that's not bad. And his shoulder's a little bit broken here, like that might like rip his vest in half or something. But that's not bad. And then the lower body just runs. That's pretty. It's pretty dope. Pretty good. I'm just gonna give this whole thing 1 material, and that pose. So what we oh my god. Okay. I need an aim offset just to start it off. It's going to be kind of like a limited aim offset. You're not going to be able to look like all the way up, or else you're going to run around with your back broken. But like, and then how do I handle the upper body twist? Is that handled by default? I haven't made one of these for a while. Oh, your whole body spins. So when you pan, your whole body spins around. And we just need an up and down offset. And that's FK. And I don't know how to switch this to FK. So I'm going to save this. This pose is for sure. We could just like call this and just like instantly it lands in your hands. That's probably all I should try to look to get done in this first prototype of this thing. Because there's another issue of like, how the hell do you see through this? Like, what's that even going to be? And then there's like the nuance of like, how nice the animation is for like when they look up and down. And how much do we limit that and other things. So what I would take from here typically is like, this is the neutral, because that has 0 rotation on it. And then I would need a looking up offset and a looking down offset, and that would be enough. Now, the way the hands are rigged, we'll just find out. Like if I rotate the spine up, I think hips we can't really control. We only have control over these are our main controls here. Oh, what are these shoulder controls doing? I should have messed with those. I'll just leave them for now. This. So if I rotate, we want to be on local. We are. Okay, it's got a little bit of a... the hands are sticking, right? So the hands are there. So if I do grab both hands, because these are like the IK targets. Ooh, we're rotating from there. That's gonna be weird. Yeah, look at that. That's perfect. That is it. Okay, so at this point, I would want to switch the hands to FK. Like turn off those controls. So am I going to be able to figure that out within this rig? I didn't make this rig, so I don't even know if they wrote FK, IK switching. So here's an FK handle. IK handle, right? This guy. How would I turn that off? What's going to even happen if I do that? IK arm controls. These are bone groups. I don't know what bone groups are. Inverse kinematics. Can I turn them off? Standard. Nah. What am I even selecting? I don't even know. Something in the armature, right? Let's go find where this is. Pose. IK hand left. That's what it is, right? It's this. IK hand left. How do I turn off IK? Whew. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here I don't know how to use. But if I do that, I might lose the pose. It has to be part of the rig. Like this has to be like designed. Bone constraint. You know what I can do? I can FK rotate it in Unreal Engine. I think. I don't know how to freeze his hand. I don't know how to keep that, like bake that pose, but then rotate the bones. I could also export this as an FBX and then just directly manipulate the skeleton. That's kind of cheesy. His head needs to move too. No, it doesn't. His head should come with it. How do you disable? Let me just go a quick Google, see if there's like something like generic about Blender 2.8 rigging with caps on. Enable, disable IK handles. That looks good. That look. Ooh, something like that. Just turn off IK and don't use that bone, and you can make it unselectable or invisible. Just turn off IK. Yeah, that's the question. How do you... Oh. You may be able to achieve something similar to this with auto IK settings, but I'm not sure. IK FK switching while preserving pose is difficult in Blender as it currently stands. Wow. This is from 2017, though. Only way I've seen it done is by having 3 sets of bones, one for FK, one for IK, one to actually deform the mesh. The driver is then created to determine which chain controls the deform chain. Scripts are provided to snap the... Oh, so the Rigify one has it, huh? So this rig may or may not have it. I don't know where custom attributes go. Rigify has FK, IK switching. So would you expect from any rig that has IK hands. I don't know where custom scripts go, because like you'd have to program that into this rig somewhere, and that's the hand itself. So I would feel like you would go to the top of the armature. This is Maya style. You'd go to the top of the armature, and then somewhere here would be like turn off IK hands. You just have like a button for it. No idea. No idea how that happens here. Inverse kinematics. And then if I do it, it's probably not going to keep the pose. So what is the move here? So what I want to rotate around active. I think this is how this is going to happen. So I'm going to select this and this and this. And then I'm going to rotate from... actually... We could move the smart cursor here and rotate all of these about like here, right? Say we rotate. Maybe we rotate from about there. It's gonna get funny. Then I select, oh my god, this, that, hey, you, and this thing. And I'm gonna rotate around the 3D cursor in global. I have no idea how this will work. Oh, it did it. That did it. That did it. Perfect. Okay, cool. So I don't even necessarily need to take the thing with us. I mean, I should. But I could do this and then do the same thing for that one. That's how we're going to do it for sure. So I need a pose that's like the normal. There's like the neutral pose is this. Then I need like the animation where the hands come out. We'll do that in a second. I'm gonna file. I should start naming these because now these become anim files. This is all assuming this even comes back into the engine correctly. So we'll do 05. We're gonna name this now. This is, what's it called? Idle to Viewfinder. We'll make that happen. 01. This naming convention now doesn't mean anything, or it's like kind of confusing. I guess we're just gonna forward iterate to 06, and we're gonna say that this is Viewfinder aim offsets 01. So let's do the aim offsets because that's like kind of where my head's at. So we're going to take, okay, so that's keyed at 0. So we're gonna take A, insert keyframe, or I, all of them. And so that this makes sure that we're going to come back to there, and we'll do 15. Oh no. Hey, okay. So we're going to have, he starts neutral, he looks up, he looks down, he returns to neutral. So we need 40, 15, 35, 45 for that. Just for that real estate. And we'll take A again before we do this. We're going to take this to 45. All of them. Okay. And let's key it 15 too, because that's where we're gonna be doing this. So we have keys on all of the bones at the key points. We don't touch the ends. So this is the look up. So we'll take this one, this one, this one, and we're gonna rotate on 3D cursor in global and look up. So this spine can't take too much. Something like that. And then we'll take that same thing. Did I see an error? No. Okay. This one, and we're going to shift right click to about here. And now we're going to same situation like that. Right? And that's going to start stretching out your chest kind of crazy. Not that you'll probably see it. But yeah, that's how much we're tilting you up. We won't really know how much that is until it's like a 45 or something. This mode's not about... Not supposed to look up. That's not the point. The point is to like quickly drop a camera out there. You just want to like kind of loosely have your ability. Maybe someday I'll get it so that the rig makes sense that you could look straight up while you're walking around. There's just doesn't work that way. So then we'll take all of these, and that's the look up, keyframe, all. Okay, then we're gonna move to, yeah, and we're gonna do look down. So same thing. Oh. Nope, this one, hue, and this top spine control. Looking down's a little bit more like you could pretty much walk around in the world looking straight down. Yeah, almost like that's more reasonable than looking straight up. Your spine bends forward like an awful lot. Shift right click to there. Am I losing something here with the hands? The hands look like they're funny. The hands look funny. Or are we okay? We're pulling something. Something's breaking. Let's undo that. Something was funny there. I think I'm pulling the... I'm gonna move it to here. Nope. Maybe here. We're pulling the IK rig away from itself too much, like that hand is not, this hand to this head is not sticking. That's breaking it for some reason. I don't know why. Work streams, I appreciate that. It keeps me accountable. It's like one of the only ways that actually gets, oh fucker, to like actually sit here and do this sometimes. That doesn't feel too good. Well, that's obviously too stretched. So I think this one, you just don't do much to it. I think that's the idea. Like, I think it kind of breaks everything. So I kind of like don't want to do anything to it, to be honest. Like, kind of like zero it out. Now I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. So that looks okay. I should have parented the viewfinder to his hand just so I could preview how bad this looks. And then what I undid this. That's fine. So the lesson is that we're not going to do too much to that. Just a little tiny bit. That's it. I'm superstitious with selections in this program, so I'm just going to redo it again. Shift right click to here. Yeah, that can take a whole lot. I don't want to like... that's not my actual mesh, so I can't tell exactly. Let's just be conservative with it like that. Okay, so then we're going to do A, right click, insert the keyframe to all of them. So, looking straight, looking up, looking down, which is not much, and then that, and then straight again. Looks like he's playing the saxophone. And his lower body is controlled by a different animation. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's, I'm not good at getting this back into the engine yet, which we will be testing soon. Oh man, how do you do this? I think I just select the skeleton. Get out of this. We're in pose mode, which I think is okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna just take this whole thing as an aim offset and then chop it up in Unreal Engine. FBX. Okay, so do I have a folder for this yet? I don't. Okay, so we're gonna make a folder called FBX to UE4. We have a skeleton for this already, and this can go real wrong. Selected only. Modifiers, doesn't matter. We're not gonna bring in the geometry, and no leaf bones. And but I don't remember. I think that's it. I think it's a pretty neutral. Forget if I have to change this or not. I don't think so. I think I leave it. So we'll try it. So we're gonna call this one Viewfinder aim offsets plural 01 because we're probably gonna come back and do this again. Export. Maybe that worked. We'll go see it right now. So I'm gonna go juice up Unreal Engine, the Cinetracer, see if those poses go onto our skeleton, and I hope they do. Start the engine. I really hope they do. And then, if those work, we'll generate the aim offset, and then we will make the animation of the hands coming out. Though technically, I don't really have to. I could just kind of like lerp to it. Like, it's good to control it though, so the hands don't like cross through the body or something. But like, oh, you know what? You have to do like the unequipped thing. So you have to like reach for like where it's like holstered and then pull it out. I mean, maybe like, so that's why you usually control it. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So I'm gonna start Cinetracer. I kind of want this, so like this is aim down sights we're doing here essentially. Like if you're, it's basically like a switch to a sniper rifle from in Fortnite. Like in Fortnite, you're in third person running around, holding a sniper. You hold right click, you see them take it out. The camera physically moves forward, and then at some point it takes over the full HUD, and you're in full screen view. You know, and that could be done poorly where it's like, the hell happened? Or it could be done really smooth and it feels like you actually are looking through the gun. That's what we want. We want to do that. So I guess that's the goal. It's basically a switch to first person.
Two questions. One is, I'm going to take him to snippets in Birmingham.
Okay.
They're just walking, so I'm just going to go my mom. And then two is, he wants me to play Minecraft before I go, but I don't know his password.
What computer is he playing on?
On my computer. This is his email.
And what computer are you going to play on?
We're together. How we do it together.
On the same computer?
I don't know how to play Minecraft. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, it's
We must do it in-
I'd have to do it
Can we
with
just
you
do it on your
guys.
laptop? Because he has his laptop. And also, do you see like his dots here?
Yeah, no. I'd have to set it up for you guys. You're not gonna get it going without me.
Well, why don't we just play it on your lap, on your iPad?
Yeah. Okay. So let's go get. I think we're back here. What am I doing? Oh yeah. So we have the academy. This dude. Oh yeah, Anims, right? Oh, is it in here? That doesn't look right. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh man. So we need to import that pose onto this skeleton and not break everything. That's the goal. Don't break everything. Import. It's gonna know that that's the skeleton we want just because it's this folder. Viewfinder. Oh yeah, okay, so this. Oh god, here comes the. Don't break the whole game. Don't break it. It didn't auto select that skeleton. Doesn't feel good. So this is the all caps from Blender UE4 mannequin. Technically, if I break this, it's not that bad, but I don't want it. It knows it's an animation, exported time. Okay. Hey, it's actually fine despite all of that. Ooh, we didn't do deform bone only. That was what was wrong. I really should not have accepted that import. But that looks fairly good. That looks pretty good. You're supposed to do deform bone only because there's like 2 skeletons in there, and the fuck. Oh, we didn't animate the IK bones. That's okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. That's almost blueprint time. Because I can just blend. His hand probably will go through his hips if I do it. This is going well. Okay, so I am going to generate an aim offset now. It's been a minute. I am actually going to... I'll do it here first. So we have aim offset 1, aim offset 2, and I'll rename them after. We'll duplicate aim offset 3. We'll duplicate one more time. These are the aim offsets. This is aim offset neutral. This will be aim offset up. Aim offset down. Neutral's basically done. Just have to delete a whole bunch of stuff out of here. Pause. So there's neutral. Going to right click and remove frame 1 to 45. Save. That's the whole shit right there. 0.3 seconds of standing still. That's neutral. Oh, I don't remember. I haven't done additive. Is this additive or is this a... I think a blend space means I don't have to do additive animations. There's like all these like settings you have to set up for additive stuff. Up. Let's go get the up one that's next. I'm gonna pause. We kind of cheese this. I don't think we like frame per frame exported this. We end up with like really a lot of subframe stuff in this. So it's like there. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, so we're gonna basically remove before it and remove after it, which that didn't work too well. There we go. So that's the up pose, save. And the down one we'll make. I could have also exported these like individually. Though for, oh. Yeah, I see where the rig stretches. I forget what program we used to do it. Oh, it was Maya. And Maya, when the bones, like when the IK rig starts separating, you turn the bone red in script so that you show the animator that you're kind of breaking it, or you just want to know that you're pulling the handle too far. I have no idea how. I have no idea if we've which means that the hand will separate from the head, the viewfinder would come off. I don't know how to do that in Unreal or Blender. Oh, that's a little bit of dance. That's not good. So we want to really remove these frames here. That's gone. Okay. I don't think I have to do any additive setups. So these are just they're anims, but they're really just poses at this point. So we have these, and we don't really need a blend offset unless they're on the main skeleton. So again, here we need to not F this process up. So we're gonna create retargets. Okay, only compatible skeletons. Nope, I'm too afraid to write humanoid on the main skeleton still. Game mannequin, that one. The A poses are looking good. No ask to merge funny shit, so that's good. That all worked out. Now, where am I putting those poses? Did I put it in here? Uh-oh. Am I putting it in base player character? I don't know where I keep those finals. So we have some new animations down here. If I save them now, the root check is longer, I think. So I'm going to go find... Are they in here? Where do I put the animation? Like, where's my ladder pose? Or did I put it in the same folder? That would be kind of gross. I bet I did. I bet you... I mean, what am I making? This is the viewfinder. I mean, these are... Did I make an animations folder? That would have been kind of smart. I don't know if this is the actual animation. I can check it. I don't even remember how this works. Oh, that's because it doesn't go on the base player character. This goes in like some weird pawn we created. I see. Okay. I'm gonna go do something real quick. Come right back. Then we're gonna make this thing happen. I gotta just pick a folder for it. I'll be back. put back on the headphones that don't work because they're dead. 11:30. Shit. Shit. What are we doing? Oh yeah, I gotta make a blend space. Figure out how that works again. Oh, I need to first figure out where these guys. This is such a mess. This is just how you don't organize this stuff. You know, like, yeah. Why are these different? And where's the retargeted version of it? And damn it. Did I make an anims folder? That would have been... I don't know where this stuff is. Let's go. I gotta open up... I mean, it's just a folder placement. Screw it. We'll just make a new one. That's what I thought this was supposed to be for. I'm gonna make a new folder. We're gonna call this one... Oh, you know where it might be? Is as I added gigantic folder right here. It might be here. It's not. Crap. Those are my retargets, though. I don't use most of those. Damn it. Where do I put these animations? Fuck. Guess I'll put it here. Well, and this is why I don't know, because I just make random folders. We're going to call this one Viewfinder, and the Viewfinder anims are going in there. So I didn't save these, so this should make this easier move. Yeah, I think that in general is a hack when you're doing this workflow. Don't save them. Breaks it. Oh, channel. Okay, so aim offset. How do you make aim offsets? Animation. One-dimensional aim offset. That's probably it. It's been a minute though. UE4. Nope. Nope. I got a lot of these. Yep. Ooh, I don't like that there's a star next to it. That means that something happened. It's that one. I'm gonna call this one Viewfinder aim offset. Everybody save. So, you gotta pull it from there. They're all prefixed with Viewfinder, that's fine. So, we'll have some sort of horizontal, I would say vertical axis, but called look up. Like negative, I could say minimum is negative 90. You don't look down 90. Let's just say negative 45 and 45. So, divisions I don't remember. And we have the Viewfinder neutral right in the middle. That didn't work at all. Wonder why. Is it invalid type of animation? Why? Does it have to be a pose or something? It has to be a pose. Base pose. How do you make... Oh, do you have to like actually tell it to be a pose? This is like that. This is that thing where you have to know what you're doing. So where you do I have to tell it that it's additive? Hey, I can't open them all at once, huh? Okay. So let me look at this neutral one. There's something in here. Additive pose something. Nope. Additive settings. It might have to be that. I think it's local space. Compression. It's not gonna be compression. Root motion. Nope. We don't have any import settings. Transform. Miscellaneous. Looks like there's just this. It's just that. Okay. How do you define a pose? It needs to be a pose. Do I have any actual poses? Are these poses? Animation sequence. They're all just poses. What's the difference? What goes into an offset? Additive anim type none for that pose. Well, let's go look at our handheld, buddy, because I got this working before. Now, where the hell is that stuff? Oh, it's going to be in the cameras, right? So that's going to be cameras, blueprints, handheld. Let's look at this blueprint. I'm going to have to copy this blueprint anyway. Actually, this is almost identical to what we're going to be doing. So, because this is basically what we're doing here. It's a pose, and he's holding a camera. The only difference is it's a viewfinder this time, and the lerp, it's gonna be a little different. So I can't reuse this. But essentially, this mesh, dude, there it is, with way too many materials on it. We're not using these guys for iOS. That would be the whole. That would be the whole memory, I think, of an iPad. It's just this. And then we want this blueprint. I need to reverse engineer my work. How does this work? Okay. State machine, layer per bone. That's the default. And then an aim offset with this. Okay. This aim offset, how did I make this? What are these anims that this can do this and my other one can't? You have to give it a base pose. Maybe that's it. Okay, so maybe I should have kept the other one open. That's for sure. So I'm going to go to here. Anims, viewfinder, aim offset. So the base pose is this. Save. Now, can I bring out... What's in there now? Down is negative. Mother... Okay. How about this goes there, right? Then why preview pose asset? Let me look at this other one. Where did it go? Can you only have one of these open at a time? Is that what's gonna happen? I'm double click this and it's gonna overwrite that one. Okay, fine. That sucks. You give it a pose, like the neutral, same exact thing. These are just anim files, right? There's nothing different about this. What's this called? Handheld? So like, let me look at these. Handheld. Those are additive type mesh space. Okay. Okay. Now how about this neutral? Offset mesh space. Rotation offset mesh space. Okay, so I do have to give this... I do have to go call those other ones mesh space or something like that. Okay. So go back to this one. So this, you can't open them one at a time. Okay, so, and they're all opening here, right? Is that what's happening? So this is mesh space. Skeletal reference. Ugh, I don't know. How about if I don't do that? Let me try this one. This is where shit gets crazy. Luckily, no one's using these anims yet. That was local. We want mesh space for that one. And this one. Mesh space. I don't know what the skeleton reference is. Hopefully it just figures it out. It's a skeleton reference. Will be deprecated. Okay. But it's not yet. It's not deprecated yet. It means we gotta release that. So let's go get the viewfinder. Who's this? Oh, that's the okay. So please go there. Oh, yeah. Nice. Nice. There it is. We've done it. We've done it then. He doesn't look down very much. Look up, look down. Look up, look down. Doesn't look down very much. We're gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna have to re-import that. That's gonna feel really claustrophobic because you can't like... Oh well. Okay, so there's that. And so that's the aim offset, and we're feeding it a single value. That is, how am I pulling that off of this one? Like, where's this tilt coming from? It is the get control rotation. I'm going to take this whole shit right here. I'm going to take that. This is basically a copy and paste of this blueprint. Should I just duplicate it? Nah, I don't think that's going to work out for me. So now let's make the... I guess I'll make the anim blueprint in here too. Why not? All right, we made the offset. So now I'm going to make the animation blueprint. There it is. No, yeah, it's that one. And we're going to call this Viewfinder anim BP. That's different how I normally name it, but okay, so first we need to get a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, okay. So get the pawn owner, right? Yep. Direction, so we're gonna do create. That's a comparison, and create. And we clamp it at -60. I'm gonna clamp it at -45 and 45. It's gonna feel really weird, but we'll tune this over time. Speed, create, and we have a clean. Well, not clean. We have a copy and paste over there. So that's all working out for everybody here. So we're gonna do a state machine. This is gonna be lower body locomotion. Locomotion is kind of how they call this stuff usually, the movement. And this will be at a blend. Well, let's just start with that. Start with that one. Let's get that going. And we have like special. I think I can use the same blend space from this one. I don't think you have to save this pose thing. You can just that can go right there. Or this can go right. I don't know. Idle walk. I want this exact same. This. I wonder if I can just copy that. CT UE4 8-axis local. Now, why did I call this loco? Because it's I have a version where I zeroed out the hips on the walk animations, which took a long time. And I feel like it's probably this. I don't know if I could just copy and paste this. I don't know what the little I don't know what the thunderbolt means. I have no idea. That did not work. Okay, so we're gonna say state. This is just walking. Oh, it's in here. There it is. Okay. Oh. That's a different idle than I was expecting. So if I ramp this speed up to like crashing. Oh, okay, 300. Okay, nope, or not. How about we just don't? Never mind. Back to 0. Just don't. We're not gonna test it this way. This doesn't like that at all. It didn't like that. I'm assuming his feet start moving when we move. That's all it is. And that's our state machine. Back into the graph. We're gonna intercept this at a blend per bone. Layered blend per bone, yeah, that one. And the pose weight. Oh, I guess you do have to layer blend per bone. The pose is the neutral pose at spine, and then I just copy and paste this thing, basically, like whatever this is. Yeah, we do this one. It's always on. Oh, this is how you like unequip. Like it would go to 0 if it's like you're back to normal. So we do need that one. This is like a Boolean. And then we anim offset at a bone, right? Does this have a bone associated with it or something? It's got to. What is this thing called? Aim. It's called an aim offset. And the base pose is this. Oh, because you have to feed it the base pose, which is this layered blend per bone. Okay, that's fine. I haven't set one of these up for a minute. I still don't think I have to cache it like this, right? Couldn't I just plug that right into the air? What would be? I don't think that matters. So let's blend this with the neutral. Viewfinder. Neutral. At spine 1. Oh god, how do you set this up again? Here. Spine 0, 1. So if I do this now, he should already be snapped to his hands. Oh, motherfuck. Okay, so that's bad that doesn't work. Oh, I remember this. There's damn it. There's something you have to do to this. I don't remember what it is. Maybe you do have to cache it. I guess I'll try to cache it. How do you do this? Cache. Then how do you get it back? Save bows. Oh, there you go. That's pretty chill. I don't feel like that's gonna do it, but no, no. There's something wrong with this. This neutral additive is no good. Like it's scaled wrong. There's like some scaling thing. I remember this. It was a hack too. It's not like it made sense to me. Look at this one. So let me go open this animation. Not additive. No additive. Maybe it's not a hack. Maybe I just tell the neutral to not be additive. Will that break this? Oh yeah, look at that scaling shit. Okay, fuck. Why is this? Okay, so what we're gonna do is mesh space that one. So you're not broken, or are you? Fuck. Now, oh no, it just needs to put this back here. Oh no, it disappeared. Did you disappear? Fuck. I remember all this pain now. I should have duplicated the neutral and just made one that was and one that was not mesh space. God damn it. Now this whole thing is fucked. Like it doesn't even show up because it's scaled to like it's like scaled tiny or something happened. You would have oh my god. This is all effed now. Let's see if we can see what goes. Just do this for now. Put that back. Let's get things to where they did work and then yeah, so that's fine because of so is this one additive? It's not. So this pose blend can't be additive. Or I wonder if I could tell it to not, whatever. So we need to not do that. Or is it the blend weights? But I broke the aim offset, even though I like kind of quote unquote put it back to the way it should have been. Doesn't work. Okay, let's fix the aim offset, or else this just whole thing doesn't work. So I'm gonna just delete these and start over. I might have to delete this whole thing. Oh, there's something. There's something. Neutral. Down. Oh, just delete it and do it again. Ooh, okay, cool, great. So I'm gonna take this neutral one, duplicate it. Aim offset neutral. I'm gonna call this one additive. No, not additive. Not additive. And so we're gonna take that off of being additive. So then back in the NMBP as we layer blend per bone here. Nope. Well, I think we can do that. This, we need the not additive one, right? It's red. It's not green. Sure. And hopefully his spine doesn't flip out. That would be the goal. Ah, lovely. That's not how you hold a shotgun. Okay, we're doing good. Then we come here and we aim offset this thing. That is tilt. So that should do it. I kind of I don't like that. That shouldn't even be like possible. Does this need a bone or something? What's the deal with this thing? There's something happening here. Sync group, base pose. What? So what's up? How do we fix this? There's an alpha, which is 1, which I'm assuming is 1. You feed it tilt. What's the deal? Negative? Is there anything not stock here? Like sync group? I have no idea what the hell that means. So looks all pretty stock to me. -1, 0, 1, blah, something. Yeah, that's stock, or else these like little things show up. Why don't you like the base pose? Oh, this doesn't have a base pose for the thing anymore. You gonna break if I do this? Oh, you are not additive. Oh, that's it. That's why. And so this one is what? I could almost pull this off like that, but then neutral is kind of like calculated, which is not good. So what about if I put the not additive one there? Nope. I don't think it needs a base pose. I think that's fine. That should be very good. We feed it a float negative 45 to 45. The middle's fine. That's fine. It doesn't need a base pose. Are we still broken though? We sure are. Just skip it. What's the difference here? So that one's green, aim offset. It's all standard stuff. We have this one. Let's look at the working one's aim offset. What's in here? Tilt neutral. Now is tilt neutral... Make sure not to break the one that does work. It's mesh space additive. Oh, but this has like a selected animation. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so there's more to do. This thing, I remember, this is the part I was talking about. I was like, I don't know how this works. So that's mesh space, and then you do selected animation, and I'm giving it tilt neutral. I'm gonna break it. Let's go break it. Do they all do that? Does the tilt up do that too? It does. Tilt neutral. Base pose type. Tilt neutral. Now does tilt neutral, is that at, they're like all referencing that. They all, you do selected animation. You do selected animation, and then you tell it that hand to do the neutral one. Okay. For the ones that are additive, or else it breaks this. So I'm gonna pause you. So not this one, but this one we do selected frame, right? Viewfinder neutral. How come there's so many? Oh, because of the doubled one. Oh, we got to be real careful here. Oh, like that. Now, did anything break? Well, we did. I'm just gonna do that to all of them, and I can just turn it off if that's just not the way. So frame, viewfinder, neutral, the mannequin one, and then same with this one. Viewfinder neutral. Oh. Now, did we fix anything? Aim offset. Where'd you go? You look broken as fuck right now. Oh yeah, super fucking broken. Fuck. And you disappear. I don't like it. I don't like it. How about if just magically does this work? I can't. You can disappear. Well, you're at 0 because you don't know any better. Uh-oh, hey. So how about tilt if I make you... Oh, that did nothing. That's not like the live preview, is it? Like negative 45, like... It doesn't really... I don't think it works like that. Here's the thing. He looks fine. Oh, and I remember this. This is bad. Like he's always walking. I forgot that about this. There's something like his speed is not being calculated correctly. I think this works despite this aim offset being invisible. I think this actually does work, even though you can't see it. Weird enough. I kind of remember that. So we got to test it though. Let's test this thing. How do I test this? I just put this in the wrong blueprint. Well, I can still test it on its own. Okay, we gotta make a test level. I'm not ready to fold this into the actual game. Once this part works, then we have to actually fold that script into the actual base player character. So, do I have a dev test? I think I have a test map somewhere that's like reasonable. Is it this dev map? Well, I don't think I trust that shit. What is this? What happens if I play this? Is this gonna like... things have changed. Let's see how bad this is for my computer. It's not gonna like this. Whoa! Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. No. Okay, so how about... Can I even hard boot into... This is my GDC testing map. Can I boot into this? I've changed up the entire start sequence of the game, so like, you might not just be... Oh, no, okay. Oh yeah, this game. I remember this game. So this is playing as the handheld camera now. Right, so it's actually not going to be all that different. You just don't have a camera. Right, so this is tilting up and down, tilt up and down, and he strafe walks. Unless he's in this mode, then he'll... This is how is it No Man's Sky? This is how No Man's Sky is. You can like, you're offset to the side, but then you can walk towards camera. It's kind of weird. So that means that you could be like looking this way, but still selecting him. That's like No Man's Sky's exact pawn controller. Okay, point being that we are not... Who spawns... Oh, god. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something like... I have to make a pawn to test this. This sucks. All of these have been like one-off characters. I haven't actually modded the main character yet. This feels like a bigger project than I was gonna do. So I'll tell you, let's we have all the stuff. There's just like a significant amount of programming to put that in there, and it's sort of delicate. So I'm gonna go back to here. Let's go get the viewfinder. Let's go bring that in, right? So let's put you back. Let's go back to... You're saved, right? You're saved. We're gonna go open this. Now, are you in the right place? You are not. Ouch. Okay, so let's take this null. You have transform on you, so I'm gonna do... Okay, there it is. So now I should be able to take this stuff here. You, and you. Just that stuff. I don't know how it's gonna like being in a null on an export. We'll find out. FBX. And this is just gonna be the viewfinder. I'm gonna call it... I'll just up front here. This is SM static mesh viewfinder 01. Let's get the socket off. I still am gonna need to... Hey, there's no way that was ready. I just forget these are down here, so that's fine. Selected only. That one. Geometries, normals, yup. Armature, no leaf bones. And yeah, there's no bone. Eventually this does become a skeletal mesh, but not today. Export. So that should just come in pretty straight up. Yeah, couple smoothing errors, that's okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the mesh is good. So now we have a hand socket, almost definitely. Am I actually going to start modding the actual skeleton? The thing is, once I start this process, I can't ship an update until it works. So if I dig super deep into this and I'm like, oh, that's like a week of programming. It's a week of programming before I can ship it, which is not good. Especially because I might be leaving soon. Oh, shit. So let's see. That looks great. Looks awesome. We just need to give it like a little black shiny material. Look pretty cool. Let's go put that in the dude's hand. I think we're just gonna go for it. I don't have time to not go for it. Yeah, let's start tearing up this guy. Careful now. Okay, so we need to... We'll just have it always be in his hand. Now the question is, do you have a socket for this? And let's not F the whole skeleton system on this character. We retargeted your skeleton, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. Where's your skeleton? The UE4 mannequin. The question is, do you have a right hand socket? You do, because our actor classes can put things in their hands. So what is the name of your right hand socket? Hand underscore R socket. Is that the active one? Now there's weapon R. I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to use, but this looks like one I would have added. Okay. We'll leave that open. Now, where'd my bass player dude go? We left it. I'm just gonna permanently put this in his hand, and that's the beginning. That's the beginning of this. I don't like having to save that. Okay, where's the blueprint? This? We're just gonna just close this. There it is. Oh, it's here. I didn't need to close that. Okay, so we're gonna take this. So he just permanently has... So I parent this here, right? So we have a jetpack. SM Viewfinder 1, just call it SM Viewfinder. And you parent to hand R socket. There it is. Now we have modeled this incorrectly because all sorts of offsets are wrong. So if we were in code going to be like spawning different weapons into his hands constantly, we done fucked up. By 90 degrees, but that's okay. Here I'm just gonna force it. Should be reasonably fine. I got the snappity on, yeah. 90. And this will be a dance eventually. Nope. Oh, feels so good to hit W. Have that actually work. This will be a dance eventually between the anim and this socket offset. But for now, we don't know. I'll have to actually... Oh no, we're going to have to actually... Now that should be 20. 20 on this, but that's a local rotation. No, it should be okay. 20. Yes, it's 20. I remember that's why I gave it like an actual number. Am I moving in global? We'll cheese it into his hand eventually, but when you do this for real, you're supposed to, you know... When you place it on the socket, you don't have to offset it. It just lands perfectly in his hand. We didn't set it up like that yet. So we won't really know until he actually plays the animation. But now if I play the game, in any mode, he permanently has this in his hand. So let's go see how ridiculous this feels. I can launch from here. Okay. Looks okay. Looks okay. You know, the walk cycle doesn't take into account that he has it, so he just like smashes it through his own leg. But anyway, you know, so for ours, you know, this is creative mode, so you don't get this in creative, not yet, because this level starts up in creative mode, so we don't. You have a different blueprint essentially when you're in Academy, but you'll be Academy force plays it like this, and you only get that when you hold right click is what's going to happen. Then you switch to this blueprint, and then the viewfinder spawns, or I'll just unhide it, and then when it goes down, it hides, and you put it back. You go back to this regular anim here. But the viewfinder looks okay. How's it look in my hand? Can I see it if I jump? If I jump, you kind of see it like that. That's funny. But it's the right scale for sure, and it does show up. You know, it's not too small. And it has the right silhouette of like a viewfinder, for sure. This running animation obviously would have to be modified, but you'll be using it here, and when you right click, it comes up. Which I don't know, like, if it was even worth. Whatever. It fits in the hand socket like okay. We have to manually offset because we didn't do the. You're supposed to offset it in Blender and keep everything zeroed out, and it's just like just spawn at this hand works. You don't have to save these offsets. but it looks okay. It looks okay. So the next thing is to mod this so that stuff happens. So you have a lot of unblueprinted things, or a lot of uncommented things, which is not good. That's just asking for shift. That's a really weird way of doing it, but it works, so we're doing it. Inventory. Ah, so here's the new code stuff. Oh, these should be ripped out for sure. This is inventory debugging. So this guy has an inventory. This is good. This is good. And somewhere in here, we ask, what mode are we in? I hope. Turn off the fire. Turn on the timer. Get a player controller reference. Yeah. These are all gotta go. That's not how you do that. We're gonna activate our inventory. And how do you know what game mode you're in? There's somewhere. Here it is. Wait. No. This is all garbage. This is garbage. Somewhere. This is what we're gonna take over this right click. Mouse in use. Ooh, this is messy. This is gonna be really tricky. I have to override this, and we're gonna have a double mode. Everything has two modes in it. I'm not gonna write another player controller. I'm not gonna write another pawn. It's just gonna be the same pawn. Player view. Store camera. Set up variables. I don't know why I have that. This is all fine. This is what allows you to switch between the views smoothly. It takes a lot of blueprinting to make that look nice. Jump, shift, jetpack, flying up. How do I know what view I'm in? This must be being done externally. Like, the pawn doesn't know. So that's not good. I want to know. It must be the player controller. It's like the player controller spawns this dude and then just doesn't let him switch somehow. What? Okay. Well, it is noon, so I'm gonna take a break here. I'm gonna keep cracking away at this though on my own in a little bit. I might have to go do some family stuff real quick. But we made the viewfinder. It goes in his hand. We have the offsets. I just need to like finesse it into the blueprint, etc. So I'll be back, I think tomorrow sometime soon, and we're gonna keep working on this. It might be working next time we come back. We'll find out. So thanks for hanging out. See you later.